arena is the fitness class. So like Avanette said, I am a global fitness trainer and group fitness instructor. So I'm used to seeing people in tights and, shirts and being on a spin bike or being on a rower or me doing abs with them. So I just like to thank everyone for coming today. I want to give a round of applause to Avanette and the staff for putting on this great event. And also thanking her for letting me be on her platform. Are you a girl that is on fire? Are you a girl that is on fire? Or are you unfulfilled, broken, drained, overworked from the job that has you so stressed out that you feel like you're going to crash and burn? Or are you a girl that was on fire, but the spark in your confidence has gone? Your body is screaming, get me back into balance. Get me into harmony. And we have to listen. We put the right gas in it. We put the right oil in the car. We do everything for our cars. But what are we doing to our body? We keep putting all this junk inside of our body. And then the environment. We don't have a good environment. There's a lot of toxins and poisons in the environment. So you have to stay in tune with your body to take care of yourself and look for alternative methods. Alternative medicine. The pharmaceuticals and the healthcare, our healthcare system, they don't want you to get well. Because it takes money out of your pocket. Health is your wealth. Yes. If you're not well, you can't enjoy all the abundance that God has for you. You can't enjoy your family. You can't go on these vacations. You can't do a lot of things if your health is not good. So you need to look at alternative methods. Your issues could be resolved if you change your lifestyle. 90%. In order for things to change, my favorite quote from Jim Rohn, in order for things to change, you have to change. Why do you expect to have different results? Detoxification, we look at it as cleansing our body, which is true. Cleansing our body from the toxins, the parasites, cleansing our blood, doing liver cleanses, doing kidney cleanses. People doing restore with the research. The things I knew, I was able to restore and rebalance my body in 3 months. Something that a doctor could not do in 9. Your gut. So you gotta have, your gut has diversity. So you gotta think about negative thoughts, toxic relationships, stress, food, alcohol, and the list goes on, can change your pH, as she told you. Now let me see who was listening. What's your neutral pH number? 7. All right. Good. Seasons. So right now we're in fall. Fall signifies letting go, purging. The leaves are falling in October, and before Thanksgiving, you should be detoxing. Because, as Avanette said, you have to change with the season. Have you ever had to detox a relationship? But yeah, how about detoxing your life, like from a job that is not serving you well, that you're really stressed and you're unfulfilled, and they don't appreciate you. But that's what I'm saying. You got to. So then that's when you have to look at, okay, is it my health, or I'm gonna stay stuck because I don't want to pay for this out of my pocket. But your health is your wealth. Yes. If you're not well, you can't enjoy all the abundance that God has for you. You can't enjoy your family. You can't go on these vacations. You can't do a lot of things and nourish it. So sometimes that means letting go of something that's near and dear to your heart. So I'm asking you, are you going to step up and do that to change so you don't be sick? But no one has the same view. So, or like I said, in order for things to change, you have to change. So you have to be open. You have to let go of some things. You have to detox. So now you can see more clearly. So you don't have a confused mind. So you can see opportunities that God is bringing to you. Have clarity. So you set goals for yourself, live with intention to have happiness, to have better health. So you need to explore your options. And the only way you can do that is to get rid of the clutter. A cluttered mind. So I ask you, is your foundation solid as a rock? I want you to write that down. Is it solid as a rock? Has your experiences, your truths, are you being true to yourself? Because you know, with a foundation, if you're not being true or you're on that wrong path, that foundation begins to deteriorate. It begins to erode. List 7 core values where you're staying true to yourself, taking steps to get to that. When it gets tough, do you quit? Do you have grit? Because sometimes it's not always going to be easy. It's not going to be always easy to get back to that balance and harmony, or to get up back to that, career that you used to have. So you got to remember, you got to lean on God, have faith, because faith without works is dead, right? When you're perspiring, you have benefits. One of them is you remove toxins. You improve your cardiovascular. You have a more positive outlook on life. It builds your confidence. It also builds your faith muscle. That's what I hear Ava say all the time. And it also gives you a dose. D-O-S-E. So I want you to write that down. D is dopamine. Dopamine gives you pleasure and satisfaction. So you need to go out there and sweat. Have courage. Find the strength. Then it gives you oxytocin. I know y'all probably saying, how do you spell all these words? Oxytocin, it promotes well-being. The S in dose is serotonin. That gives you happiness. And the E is endorphins, which helps with stress, pain relief. So it's good to sweat. It's good to perspire. So what steps are you taking to make you sweat? Are you exercising? Are you setting your goals? Are you praying? Do you have an accountability partner? Do you have a mentor or a coach? What are you doing? So that WELLth Move strategy, I want you to develop a plan, which means your steps that you're going to get to reignite harmony and balance in your mind, body. You have to celebrate your small wins. Don't wait for something like big and magnificent to happen. Celebrate your small wins. That gives you more grit to keep going. When you're happy, it changes your lens to your reality. Those dark days, those gloomy days now become sunny and bright. You're 3 times more creative. You're 31% more productive. 23% fewer fatigue syndromes. So when you're happy, you're less tired. 39% more likely to live longer, to have more ageless beauty. So, write this down. What helps fuel your happiness? You have to create your happiness. Be the architect of your life. Don't wait. No one can make you happy. You have to find happiness in yourself. Joy. No one can steal your joy. So I want you to look at your calendar, and I want you at least once every week, so it's 4 weeks, or is it 5 weeks in the month of October, I don't know, but I need you to write down something that you're going to do to create happiness. So I ask you, what efforts are you going to make to detox your mind, your body, your life? What efforts are you going to make to have clarity to explore and see new opportunities that come your way? What efforts are you going to make to have a solid foundation? What efforts are you going to make to put your plan into action, even if it makes you perspire? What efforts are you going to make to be elated and have balance and harmony in your life? It's time, ladies, for you to commit. It's time to commit to be fit, to be that girl on fire that is confident, strong, fearless, brilliant. It's time for you to stand up and take responsibility of your life. Thank you.